When you get your piece of clay, you are going to just squash it down a little bit with your hands. You're just going to take out some of the air bubbles. Then you're going to roll your clay using the rolling pin. You want to try and get it into a squarish shape, so you are going to need to move the clay around. Once you think that you've got it into a square shape, you can just use one of the cutters to cut off the edges to make sure they are nice and neat. You can use a ruler, but please make sure that you wipe the clay off afterwards. Ideally, your clay tile should be at least 12 centimetres or 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres, and about that thick. You don't want to have it too thin, otherwise your tile will fall apart. Make sure you also write your initials onto the bottom. Okay, you're just going to scratch those in. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your design and you're going to think about the layers and think, what things do I need to do and what do I need to make first? Remember that when we make things out of clay, we don't want to have like big, heavy bits of clay. We want to make sure that if we need to, things are hollow, but you will need to make sure that underneath there are some holes in the clay tile for the air to escape. Any blocked air that you have on your tile, you really run the risk of it exploding in the kiln. So, next step, when you're joining things together, as we did in year 7, you're going to be using a mixture of clay and water, which is called slip. You're also going to need to score, so make some indents where you're going to want to stick things onto your clay tile. You need to make sure that you do this really, really well, because otherwise what will happen is it might seem like your tile is stuck. However, when it goes into the kiln, then it just becomes loose and your clay will break off. You can use your tools to make indentations so that you can add some texture into your pattern and your design. You're going to do each piece at a time. The more detail that you can add in, the better. Then finally, and this will take you 2 lessons, you're going to have your finished clay tile. Good luck!